in this paradigm that you're talking about with an identity and on the one hand, religion on the other, and being able to reconcile the two, when, I guess, we hear this from the diaspora community, we look at Israel and we look at their Arab neighbors that surround the country, you have an identity that is formed as a Muslim fundamentalism in certain areas versus the identity of Israel. Is there a way, from what you're saying, it seems like there is an unavoidable clash of ideologies in that sense. How can there be peace with that type of...
Well, no, if we in advance accept, and that's exactly how, unfortunately, this process was built in Oslo, that democracy is for us and identity is for them, and what we have to do, we have to strengthen friendly dictatorship on their side, and we have to give up as much as our identity as possible in order to accept more and more concessions. If that is the way how you are constructing, collapse is inevitable. Not only collapse is inevitable, we'll have very little chance to succeed. But because I believe that there is no need in such divorce between identity and freedom, I believe that, and I was about it was my previous book and many articles, many of my speeches, that the forces among Palestinians who are interested in building civil society are very strong. Simply, the problem is that we betray them all the time. We refuse to support them, on one hand. And on the other hand, Israel, overwhelming majority of Israelis, have a very strong identity and are absolutely devoted to the idea of Jewish state. So I believe the progress is possible by you are encouraging civil societies, you are developing civil societies, there are developed civil societies on both sides. And you are not trying to impose your identity on anybody. You are not trying to force Palestinians to accept your narrative. But you are saying that there can be no concession and no cooperation if civil society is not developed. So I see the future peace, which is not guaranteed simply by the strength of our army. In today's situation, the only thing which can bring peace is the strength of our army. We can see that every piece of territory which is not controlled by our army, in the end, is in the hands of Hamas. So that's the only way. But the real peace in the future can be built not through up to bottom, as now there are attempts to bring peace through some kind of agreement, and then Blair tries to encourage civil society and so on through having some agreements at the top. I believe it all will come from bottom up.